Hello and hi everyone. So today my groups want to introduce about Malaysian leaders and their contribution in Malaysia. So who is the leader? Leader is someone that lead in a group or organization.
Mahathir bin Mohamad was born on 10 July 1952, is a Malaysian politician, author and physician who served as the fourth and seventh Prime Minister of Malaysia. He held the office from July 1981 to October 2003, and later from May 2018 to March 2020 for a cumulative total of 24 years, making him the country's longest-serving Prime Minister. He led the country through a fast-paced modernization drive that earned Malaysia international recognition as an industrial powerhouse. Under his leadership, several mega infrastructure projects took place, notably the Kuala Lumpur City Centre (KLCC), Petronas Twin Towers, Kuala Lumpur International Airport (KLIA), and Multimedia Super Corridor (MSC). Tun Dr. Mahathir opened Malaysia to foreign investments, reduced international trade barriers, privatized government service, as well as established world-class physical infrastructure. During Tun Dr. Mahathir's tenure as Prime Minister, Malaysia became one of the most prosperous and dynamic economies in Southeast Asia, with a thriving industry, growing middle class, and increased quality of life. Malaysia also played a more active role in the international arena, acting as a voice for developing countries in Asia and Africa. Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad is also remembered for Vision 2020, a framework for making Malaysia a developed nation by the year 2020. For his achievements, he is regarded as Malaysia's father of modernization. In 2016, Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad set up a new political party to challenge the National Front. In 2018, making a stunning political comeback at the age of 93, the coalition he led won the general election and he was elected as Malaysia's seventh Prime Minister. Mahathir's long prime ministry gave Malaysia the political stability needed for economic growth. He welcomed foreign investment, reformed the structure, reduced trade tariff, and privatized numerous state-owned enterprises. Mahathir sought to bridge Malaysia ethnic division by increasing general prosperity. The new economic policy, which had encouraged Malay economic success, was replaced in 1991 by the New Development Policy, which emphasized general economic growth and the elimination of poverty. Under Mahathir's leadership, Malaysia prosperous economically with a growing manufacturing sector and expanding middle class, rising literacy rates, and increased life experience. For industry for industrialization, through his economic policies, Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad managed to steer Malaysia away from agriculture and into the higher earning industrial sector in the 80s and 90s, which saw Malaysia exporting manufactured goods such as computers and television. The shift brought in higher FDIs into Malaysia and transformed the country into an NIC, or known as Newly Industrial Country. Malaysia Incorporated. Tun Dr. Mahathir introduced this concept to set guidelines for the business and private sector to work together to develop the country. He saw their cooperation as vital for the success of the nation. As Prime Minister, Tun Dr. Mahathir encouraged the growth of Malaysian entrepreneurship via pro-business policies, and during his tenure, more than a few Malaysian companies spread their wings beyond Malaysian shores. National car. Tun Dr. Mahathir realized the creation of Malaysian national car Proton in the 80s through a technology sharing arrangement with Mitsubishi. The birth of Proton created many jobs in the automotive industry and spawned a subsector for auto parts and service. Meanwhile, for Vision 2020, in 1991, Tun introduced Vision 2020, a set of goals for the country to strive towards in its effort to become a developed nation by the year 2020. Multimedia Super Corridor (MSC). It is to boost growth and push Malaysia into the knowledge area. Tun introduced the Multimedia Super Corridor in 1996, a stretch of 50 km and 50 km from Petronas Twin Towers to KLIA that boosted high-speed internet access as well as offered a raft of tax incentive to tech companies that set up base in the MSC. And next is infrastructure projects. Under Tun leadership, infrastructure development in Malaysia speed up and major projects such as the North-South Highway, the now iconic Petronas Twin Towers and the Kuala Lumpur International Airport KLIA were constructed. The infrastructure projects created jobs, raised Malaysia's profile internationally, and most importantly, spurred development in their surrounding areas as well as in supporting industries. Datuk Seri Haji Muhammad Najib bin Tun Haji Abdul Razak was born on 23 July 1953, is a Malaysian politician who served as the 6th Prime Minister of Malaysia from April 2009 to May 2018. In 2020, he was convicted of corruption in the One Malaysia Development Berhad 1MDB, one of the largest money laundering scandals in history. He is the son of former Prime Minister Abdul Razak Hussein. Najib Razak was the chairman of the Barisan Nasional (BN) coalition from April 2009 to May 2018 and the president of the United Malays National Organisation (UMNO) from November 2008 to May 2018, which had maintained control of Malaysian government with a parliamentary majority for more than 60 years until the coalition defected in the 2018 general election. Even though Najib Razak involved in the corruption and money laundering and else, however, he also contributed to the Malaysian and the government during his service. For example, One Malaysia. One Malaysia is an ongoing campaign introduced by Prime Minister Najib Razak in September 2008, calling for the cabinet, government agencies and civil servants to emphasize ethnic harmony, national unity and efficient governance. The 8 values of One Malaysia as articulated by Najib Razak are perseverance, a culture of excellence, acceptance, loyal education, humility, integrity and meritocracy. Najib launched onemalaysia.com.my in an effort to communicate with the citizens of Malaysia more efficiently and support the broader One Malaysia campaign. He has used the site to highlight his policy initiatives and to provide a forum for Malaysians to their government. The One Malaysia campaigns make extensive use of social media platforms such as Facebook and Twitter. And next is BRIM Project. The first BRIM Project was a scheme devised by Najib Razak to help poor Malaysians. The amount of 500 ringgit Malaysia was given to households with an income of less than 3,000 a month. The second BRIM Project, also known as BRIM 2.0, which more than 2.5 billion ringgit will be distributed to Malaysia nationwide. This will affect 5.7 million households all over the country. In addition to the 500 ringgit for household, the government has also allocated Rm 250 to single individuals. Those who have received 500 from the first Syrian project need not to apply as it will be automatically processed. And last but not least is housing programs. The Perumahan Rakyat Satu Malaysia, or known as PRIMA, Berhad was established under the PRIMA Act 2012 to plan, develop, construct and maintain affordable lifestyle housing for middle-income households in key urban centres. Middle income is defined as a monthly household for husband and wife income of between 2,050 and 7,050. Prima will be the first organisation that exclusively target this middle segment with home ranging from Rm 100,000 to 400,000 in a sustainably community.
The third Malaysia leaders that we choose is Datuk Sri Dr. Wan Azizah Wan Ismail. She born on 3 December 1952, a Malaysian politician who is the spouse of Anwar Ibrahim that is our Prime Minister today. She was the first female Deputy Prime Minister. Wan Azizah was born in 1952 at KK Women's and Children's Hospital in Singapore. She received her early education in St. Nicholas Convent School, Alor, and continued her education at Tunku Kursiah College in Seremban. She went to study medicine at Royal College of Surgeons in Ireland, where she was awarded a gold medal in obstetrics and gynecology, and she later graduated as a qualified ophthalmologist. Wan Azizah served as a government doctor for 14 years before deciding to focus on volunteering work when her husband Anwar Ibrahim was appointed the Deputy Prime Minister of Malaysia 1993. As part of her volunteering pursuit, she became a patron of MACNA, Majlis Cancer Nasional or National Cancer Council in that period. Next is about contribution of Datuk Sri Dr. Wan Azizah Wan Ismail. Wan Azizah Wan Ismail served as a government doctor for 14 years before deciding to focus on doing volunteering service when Anwar Ibrahim was appointed Malaysia Deputy Prime Minister in 1993. Second is Wan Azizah Wan Ismail is Malaysia's first ever female Deputy Prime Minister. Back in 2018 election, Wan Azizah was appointed as Malaysian 12th Deputy Prime Minister with Tun Dr. Mahathir. During her tenure as Deputy Prime Minister, she also served the Women, Family and Community Development Ministry, but it was short-lived after Tun Dr. Mahathir resigned from his post. And the third one is Wan Azizah Wan Ismail is the second ever woman to lead a political party in Malaysia. So that was very talented and very brilliant woman that can change our mind to be very super power woman as she is. So that is the three Malaysia leaders and their contribution. Hope all of you enjoy and can listen to who is the Malaysia leaders with their contribution through thick and thin while them doing their job as a prime minister or as a leader in the Malaysia. Okay, so that's all from our group. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.